Hey there, I'm Nick, this is Shannon, and our Go Anywhere Home Tortuga. Join us as we drive our Jeep exploring the Americas in search of amazing craft beer, the best beaches, and spectacular sunsets. We are Beer Beach Repeat. Salud! After a very rainy drive coming from Outer Banks, North Carolina, we arrived in Virginia Beach, Virginia. This is First Landing State Park, where some of the very first settlers of the New World landed. We wanted to make sure that we saw the beach, and we went out and we were not disappointed by this amazing sunset. It was cold, it was windy, the ocean was angry, but we were on a beach, and that's all that matters. Alright guys.
What's up everybody?
This is it. We're on Virginia Beach.
My beach.
This is our last beach for a very long time. Our next beach will be maybe in the Arctic Ocean or Pacific Coast. We're not sure.
It's really cold here.
Or it could be like on Lake Michigan, but that's not really a beach. So.
It feels like the Arctic Ocean right now.
She has no clue. It's not warm. Our last beach though.
Well, we saw a cool cargo ship, so yeah. There's that.
There's that.
Yay.
We ended up spending a couple nights here at First Landing State Park in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We did end up having a really nice beach day where we were able to bring our chairs down, soak up some sun, get some wind on our face, and really just enjoy our last beach for a long time. We got to see some awesome kite surfers. We got to explore a little bit on the beach, and then we got to see this huge cargo ship pass by as well. Now, you can understand how a cargo ship took out a bridge when you see the size of these things. It was incredible.
Hi everybody!
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? We are in Virginia!
Yay!
I think we told you that we're in Virginia.
Guys, we're headed west.
Sad. No more Osh.
Kind of crazy, like to be coming away from the coast and inland, and there are actual mountains ahead of us. No, they are, babe. They're mountains. They're not.
They're large hills. I feel like I can get to the top of one.
You couldn't. Yeah, I was like, you couldn't at all. But we wild camped last night in Virginia, which is so fantastic.
Yeah, it was really lovely. There were some frogs that were making a lot of noise. But we found this great little spot near a lake and just pulled off on this nice little road. Yeah,
Virginia has these things called wildlife management areas. And you can disperse camp there. And there were very few places to even do it, but we found a nice pull-off. We were unbothered all night. It was nice and cool, sleeping. Yeah. It was really nice.
Really lovely. And then we got up and hit the road this morning.
Yep. And
because we are headed to, hopefully, fingers crossed, some warm springs. They don't call them hot springs here. Apparently I don't know, is there like a certain degree level between warm and hot? I don't know.
Guessing, yeah.
Somebody explain it to me. But we're headed to some warm springs with a giant waterfall, and we're hoping that we can go there and put on our swimsuits and get in some hot water.
That'd be really nice. We love hot springs.
But we've been thinking about and talking about a lot. Like, we haven't been in hot springs in a while, so we found some. So we're gonna go there, check that out, and then see if we can find some camping. Yeah,
there's George Washington National Forest around here. There's another what I call it, wildlife management area pretty close to the springs as well. So we're gonna wild camp again tonight, and then this will be our last night in Virginia.
We've had a great great time in Virginia.
Virginia Beach.
We did Spa Beach. And then, quick aside, we listen to podcasts a lot whilst driving / passenger princessing. And we found this cool podcast. Like, apparently there's this serial killer
Colonial Parkway.
Yeah, several murders that have happened along the Colonial Parkway in Virginia. Literally, I'm not kidding you guys. We were driving along the highway and we think we saw the memorial to one of the sets of victims as we were listening to the podcast about it.
It was pretty sweet.
So that was super cool. And definitely check out Crime Junkie was the podcast that we listened to that did a really great recap on the Colonial Parkway murders. But that was really fun for us.
Yesterday we stopped at this awesome brewery just outside of Richmond. It's in Richmond, but Richmond, Virginia, RVA, as they like to call it.
It was called The Answer. Was the name of this brewery and restaurant. Very, very cool. They had a ton of beers and this really amazing Vietnamese fusion menu. The head brewer is Vietnamese, which is not something that you see often enough in craft brewing, that it's a non-white person. And so we were really stoked, and the food, oh my god, was so good.
The salt and pepper squid we had was incredible.
So good.
And then I had this just incredible banh mi sandwich. Like, man.
It was amazing.
The food.
Really good beers.
I read about and his parents run a Vietnamese restaurant in town, and he broke off from them and started this brewery. And like, it's just incredible. Like, please, if you're in the Richmond area, go visit. It's called The Answer.
The Answer.
Yeah.
They also had like a little game room in the middle. So they had Nicholas's favorite pinball machine.
Favorite of all time pinball machine.
Something
World Cup 94.
Something World Cup 94.
It's called World Cup 94.
Pinball, and it turns out I'm not a pinball wizard. Disappointed.
No, but it was the beers were so good. Shannon had this smoothie beer.
Yeah, it was a sour smoothie. It was a something orange colada dreamsicle situation. Oh my god, if it wasn't $10 a glass, I would have had like 20 of them. But I did not need to take out a loan to pay for beers.
I had a really good standard IPA at first, and then really, really good like sour smoothie IPA.
I actually liked that IPA.
It was really
good.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm the standard.
The beers at this place were incredible. The food was incredible. All the bartenders, everything was great. Like, please.
This is the most we've talked about a brewery on this trip, so clearly it stuck out to us and was really good.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, so now we're off to the Warm Springs and to do a little more camping, and then
today's Easter.
Oh yeah, happy Easter!
Yeah,
plenty ears. And then tomorrow, or maybe the next day, depending on what our campsite looks like tonight, we're out of Virginia. We're off the East Coast. We're moving west. We're headed to go see some more friends and family.
We're headed into mountains, which is kind of insane as well.
Crazy.
Like,
it's really beautiful here too, by the way.
Appalachia.
So hopefully we see you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Hey guys.
What's up? We're at some waterfalls.
We're at Falling Springs something in Western Virginia, and it's supposedly a hot springs.
Falling Spring Falls is what it's called.
Look at that. It's supposed to be like high 70s, close to 80 degrees is what I read.
We don't know how to get down there, though.
We're going to investigate it, though.
He's going to push me off this cliff.
I may go down by myself, and we'll see.
He's not doing that.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So we drove all over this mountain looking for some hot springs. We found 0 hot springs. Well, that's not true. We actually found some in the town of Hot Springs, but they were managed by the Omni Hotel, and they were very expensive. I did suggest to Shannon that we stay the night at this house coming up on the left, and we could even park our Jeep in the garage. Check it out. She, of course, said no and said it was scary and haunted. Our plan was to stay the night in this parking lot overlooking this beautiful lake. It was way too busy, and we figured it wasn't a good spot to stay. So instead, we just hung out, watched the sunset, watched the mist roll in, and then drove to West Virginia and stayed the night at a rest stop. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Our next video is where we explore West Virginia, hit up the newest national park in the country, and have a great time.